Hello, I'm Joanne Turner from OMA TV, and this week we're reporting from Las Vegas at the Open Mobile Alliance Smart Networks Seminar. The seminar explored what over-the-top vendors need from operators to maximise application performance, as well as the capabilities mobile ecosystem players can expose to ensure maximum quality of experience for end users. Keynote speaker Bob Bergman put over-the-top services in context, highlighting what this means for all players in the value chain. Focus areas include the role of telecom APIs, how carriers can help drive OTT services, and a viewpoint from all players on what's next for the future of OTT services. Influential speakers included Brian Mullen of Twilio, Brian Sullivan of AT&T, Frank Creed of PDV Connect, John Wilms of TM Forum, Rajiv Dalaki from Knock Knock Labs, and Camillo Carlini of Telecom Italia. I got a chance to talk to some of the speakers. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
I think we discussed some really valuable potential next steps for OMA and for other standards organizations in terms of additional cooperation between organizations, in terms of application of agile processes. But I think we also looked at some of the limitations of APIs. APIs represent a technical overlay on top of fundamental business processes which really need to be updated and changed and made much more streamlined if the APIs are going to add their full value.
We were really happy to be a part of the OMA Group here and hear a lot of the speakers weigh in with really important and different perspectives. So a couple things kind of come to mind for us to really help some of the things that are already being done move along to becoming de facto standards. And so one of those is kind of a very specific focus on the developer experience, really trying to actually solve the problems for developers, because ultimately that's what leads to success and adoption. Another is, particularly with respect to telecommunication networks, is global connectivity. So the idea that somebody that's building one application actually does really truly have global reach with that application. And then the third is kind of really putting the full weight of the industry, of the company, of organizations like OMA behind some of these platforms, so that developers really understand that they're truly open for business, if you will. So the idea that this is not an experiment, it's not an R&D effort, it is a business that they can rely on for mission-critical applications and services.
There were a lot of really good points. Some of the key points were, we need to recognize that time to market and differentiation are real drivers in terms of exactly what people need to do when. Sometimes standards come after we've proven things in the market. That we also heard that the federation across a lot of API providers is a real challenge. We can work on specific things to make that work better. We also heard that security of APIs and the security of the user experience is something that we have to take into account, and that when we think about user applications as compared, for example, to machine-to-machine applications, it's a different environment, and we need to take into account what each of these areas of service need.
The over-the-top providers have become increasingly relevant to the smartphone user, and instead of going to the network, they now go to the application developers for applications. OMA feels like there are ways that we can enhance our network so that we can offer these over-the-top developers a more secure, a more efficient network to improve the user's experience.